Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another spooky live edition of Jacob's Ladder. I am your host, Jacob Israel, and I am glad that you pressed play. If you could do me a favor and let me know in the live chat, all of you, if you hear me okay, if you see me okay. I don't want to have to start again, but then again, we could be starting again and again and again. Maybe something's being resurrected, if you will. There's a lot of crazy AI news that is flooding the internet these days. People don't know what's real. There's so much fake news going around. It's almost ridiculous. I just shared recently about the six-finger fiasco with Netanyahu and with Trump 50 weeks before it. Artificial intelligence has really changed our reality in such a way that it's kind of spooky. A lot of people think that the Antichrist is artificial intelligence. This talks about demons being algorithms, and this is stuff that I've talked about on the channel for many years, but well, you know, if you've been here long enough, you know that the Antichrist is not what you're going to hear about from tech billionaire Peter Thiel, who you see him there in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. You're going to find out that there is an enemy that is a lot closer than you think. And the best part is, the one that's going to destroy all of that nonsense is here today. That's right, we're going to be talking about the resurrection of Christ as well. But we got to get some of the news out of the way, right? Who's here for the news? You could raise your hands. You could smash the like. Let everybody know. I'm kind of getting the interesting government shutdown, partial shutdown. Hope you're not flying anywhere. A lot of people stuck in the airports. TSA is being really, really affected by this partial shutdown, which ironically is tied to what act? Can anybody tell me in the live chat? That's right, the Saved Act. You can't make this stuff up, folks. This is the whether this is just the artificial intelligent, entities that are behind the scenes flooding our screens, our feeds, so that we just consume it, leading us down this way or that way. Well, whether that's the case or not, I believe that this show today is going to probably give you a little more comfort than worrying about stuff like that. Right now, there is a lecture going on in Rome, and the Vatican's very upset about it. It's with Peter Thiel. All of this is, you're going to see, it's connected. It's connected. Linked together. In other words, the government shutdown, the Saved Act, the fact that right now Peter Thiel is going bonkers about his private lectures. Get this. You have to have an invite to come to this one. Let me tell you something. Don't let these people lead you, spiritually speaking. Oh my gosh. Invite only. You get what are they charging? They're charging like a lot of money if you speak. Only 165 people. There's something to that. We're going to talk about it today. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Jacob. I'm glad that you're here. I hope that all of you have, you've hit the like by now. You've subscribed. You've done all that you did to kind of keep things going and people coming and having a good old time. Let's take a look at the shutdown for the TSA, which is nuts, right? It's nuts. Okay. 33 days into this shutdown, and the lines are like stretching. Okay. 2 hours or more. Can you imagine being stuck? Could you imagine being stuck at the airport or waiting in line long times. They're even thinking of shutting down some small airports. Now, there's a lot of craziness going on. We got the Iran situation still underway. We got people that don't want to help us. But now we're 33 days into the shutdown, and a Senate vote today about the shutdown amid the funding lapse to reopen the government is not expected yet. Okay? Both parties on Capitol Hill, they're in a bitter stalemate over President Trump's immigration agenda. This is what the article says. This is all about Trump's pick to replace the outgoing Secretary Kristi Noem and more. And it's a whole bunch of hoopla. But look at what Donald Trump wrote. He said the Democrats' purposeful DHS shutdown is causing chaos at the airports. Lunatics are being totally unreasonable in their leftist, radical left. I wish that we could stop with the name calling everywhere. You know, they're fully to blame. Well, let me tell you something. There's probably a lot of blame to go around and must pay a big price. That sounds like fighting words to me. For the good of our country in the midterm elections, make America great again, we have to go to the ballot box. That's what your president is saying. Now, look, I know they're not making it easy for him. I know he's got his plate full. I know that this is all end time stuff coming together. You know, that's why a lot of people are like, oh, well, how can you not be upset with how things are going? Because it just kind of feels like this is the way it was supposed to go, right? I mean, it kind of feels like it. What's interesting is when you find yourself up against a foe that you started the fight with, and all of your allies are like, nah, we're not going to help. That's an interesting thing. Because there was a character back in the day, goes by the name of, I believe it could be Nebuchadnezzar. Well, let's just say, you know, when called in on their, allies, they didn't show up, and it didn't end well. Didn't end well. But listen, there's things that are a lot more interesting to me that are happening, and I don't want this to be something. It's like a little bit of a road bump. Okay, the fact that we're focusing on the SAVED Act, which is really. That's what it's really all about. It's all about voting. It's all about making sure that, the people that are voting have, it's not much to ask. It's not much to ask. Have an ID. They want to get everybody, on the books. It's kind of an important thing. At the end, do you remember in the scriptures, what does it say about the books? The books are opened, right? We have the books of the dead opened with Meta AI, which I talked about recently. Meta AI, I don't know if you know this or not. If you didn't see my show on it, you should go back and watch it. And if you're new, please do subscribe. Check the bell for notifications. But we talked about this, the books of the dead being open. And now they have the rights for all the data that's online. They can bring you back from the dead, right? I said that this was all about the resurrection. This is all about the resurrection. And it's, man, if it's not playing out cooler than I thought it would, Like, it's just peachy. Peachy. Who's here today? Everybody say hi. I love all of you. Thank you very much for coming. This is like such a great thing. And thank you for my channel members. My goodness, channel members. It's like $5. You be a channel member. I get to see your posts. You stand out. You're helpful. It's a good thing. Let me get some tunes cranking here so we can get into the rest of the show. I didn't think I was going to do a show today, to be honest. Really, I was tired. Right? I just did a live show yesterday. But when I saw this, I thought this is going to be a great time for us to, well, let's just say it's going to be a great time for us to remember who the real enemy is and not get too, blown away by what the enemy isn't and get freaked out about what's coming. Like I got people telling me in my comment section that because I'm including Grok in some of my shows, which I'm going to include today too, by the way. It's the AI, okay? Newsflash, if you're watching right now, I didn't even ask, but YouTube's already doing something with the AI to make me look prettier. Isn't that wild? This is the day we're in, okay? I didn't even ask for it. They're doing this anyway, trying to make me look more appealing. I guess, I don't know. you get older, I guess, that this is an issue. But my point is, everything right now that you're consuming, if you're watching this, you're already attached to AI. But here's the thing. It's like, we need to understand what the real enemy is and who the real enemy is and how to deal with it. Peter Thiel's given this big talk right now in Rome, and you would think that he has the inside scoop, of course, because he's like a billionaire and he started PayPal with him and Elon Musk and bippity boop. And I'm telling you, he's probably just as kookadoo and wackadoo as most of the influencers that are online trying to tell you these things. Because there's only one real enemy. The only enemy there is the enemy of truth. And what is that? That's a bunch of deception and lies. There is we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Let me just take this and peel you back one step at a time, okay? We're going to start off with a post that I did just a little while ago, and it's going to share. I'm going to play this because it actually plays a... Let me come back to you for a sec so I can explain this. A clip of... a man that was like sort of possessed and he kept falling backwards in the church. I thought the whole thing was like a big psyop show, but these are signals that are put out somehow in the, if we're in a simulation that the, I guess they'll put out there for me to do a show. Or it's God's hand kind of orchestrating things. But I saw something in this guy that was clearly either off his meds or something else, and I married it with a passage from the New Testament, which clearly talks about who the enemy is, who the adversary is, who the Antichrist is, and what days we're in. So I'm going to play that for you because this is going to tie directly into the government shutdown today and the AI resurrection today. It's weird. It's weird because it happened like... I don't know, a while ago. All right, here, let me play this for you. It's actually a cool little video, and make sure the volume is going. Okay, enjoy.
Wisconsin man arrested for disorderly conduct, obstructing deputies in Pliet. Reports that Aaron Peterson, 38, was apprehended February 6th while attempting to break into a locked room inside St. Mary's Catholic Church, demanding to speak with a priest. When Grant County Sheriff's Office deputies entered the scene, Peterson was shouting profanities.
Concerning the coming of Christ and our being gathered to him. Do not become unsettled or alarmed by the teaching that the day of the Lord has already come. Don't let anyone deceive you in any way. For that day will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness is revealed.
I, Jesus Christ Almighty,
to destruction. He will oppose and will exalt himself over everything that is called God or is worshipped.
So how'd you end up here today?
So that he sets himself up in God's temple, proclaiming himself to be God. Don't you remember that when I was with you, I used to tell you these things, and now you know what is holding him back, so that he may be revealed at the proper time. For the secret power of lawlessness is already at work, but the one who now holds it back will continue to do so till he is taken out of the way. Then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord Jesus will overthrow with the breath of his mouth and destroy by the splendor of his coming. The coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders that serve the lie, and all the ways that wickedness deceives those who are perishing. They perish because they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie, and so that all will be condemned who have not believed the truth, but have delighted in wickedness.
Man, that was a really fired up piece, right? I mean, Scripture is no joke, people. Scripture is no joke. The coming of the lawless one. That word coming, by the way, in Greek, it means to be the revealing of the lawless one. When you understand who the lawless one is, at Christ's coming, Christ is the power and the wisdom of God, and God is love. So when the power and wisdom of God is revealed to you, you understand who the lawless one is. And you don't listen to that egotistical meatball anymore. Peter Thiel thinks that it has to do with something else. Okay, so he, let me see if I can pull this up. I'll go back. At this closed door thing for like $10 million, just crazy stuff. Okay, so listen. So I wrote here, and I said, hey, Grok, I said, go to jacobisrael.com, find an essay on the Antichrist that I wrote, and read it and tell me what and who the author says the Antichrist is compared to the people who believe it's a world system. Okay? Now, I don't want you to be triggered. I don't want you to be triggered because I'm asking Grok to do something, trying to show you something. Like, you can go to the website yourself. You want to find out what these things are? There's a search bar. Listen, it's free. It's thousands of pages. I could compile it and sell. You'd probably sell like 30 books, right? Make some money. You want to support the channel? You know what to do. PayPal, Patreon, but it's free. So take advantage. Go to my website. So he basically wrote, he said, hey, Jacob, I visited jacobisrael.com. I read your essay. This is who the Antichrist is, plus the Antichrist in you. He says, you describe the Antichrist as the carnal, bestial nature inside each of us, the selfish, hate-filled spirit opposing the Christ within, not love. It's personal and present, not a future external villain. This contrasts sharply the views, seeing it as an external world, AI utopia, one world government, climate control. Now look, these things are not good. He says, your flips the script from futurist global beast to internal you and me battle. Solid biblical angle. And I said, hey man, you got the wrong website. And then I asked him to put a couple of Bible passages up. So he did. Right? He fixed the website to this is the one. So there's my website. You know, if you wanted to go to my website, you just go to jacobisrael.com. I have something right now that I just put up. You go here and there's tons and tons. Look at all this stuff I've written. What are you waiting for? Go and subscribe. It's free. But there are a bunch of passages. Okay, there are a bunch of passages that actually describe this. I mean, we're in 1 John. It's very, very clear. It talks about the many antichrists that are in the world. 1 John 2:18. The 1 John 4, that this is the spirit of Antichrist that's already at work. The mystery of iniquity is already here, according to Thessalonians. You heard it. This is not some future thing. Okay, there's many. You know who the Antichrist is, according to 1 John 2:22? Chapter 2, verse 22. The Antichrist is he that denies the Father and the Son. He that denies that there is a God and that there is a Son. He that denies that there is a God and there is a us. If you deny that there is a God and that there is an us, that we're connected, then you are the spirit of the Antichrist. Spooky. Seems to me that today, with AI becoming so freaky, it feels almost like something switched, doesn't it? Right before the virus of the crown hit and everything else. My goodness gracious. Oh, Hope Between the Dreams. Thank you so much for the super chat. Look at that, $20, huh? That's somebody who's helping out. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So the thing is that, I was told this. I was given that spooky story too. And now when you got billionaires, they made so much money. Shouldn't you listen to them? Then the Vatican's chiming in. They're saying, no. It's a bunch of fear tactics. Every time that we point outside of ourselves to the enemy and we say, that's the enemy over there, guess what you're doing? That's the Antichrist speaking. The scripture says where the Antichrist sits, right? In the temple of God, who we are. There's so much talk about building the third temple. There's so much talk about this. And yet, the scriptures say very clearly that The temple cannot be built by man's defiled hands, that he's going to build the temple, which is us. Who's going to build? Jesus. How do we know this? Because he said it. How did he say it? Well, when he was here, he says, I am going to the Father's house to prepare a place for you, that where I am, there you are also. That would be like, imagine, where Christ is, you are. Where is that? That's here. That's now. Where's the place that he's preparing? In my Father's house are many abodes. Many tabernacles is actually the word. It's translated into mansions, many mansions. And you get the idea that the kingdom of heaven is some beautiful mansion, with the beautiful fence of pearl. You don't even realize that the pearl is formed by the suffering of the oyster. That's the gates are made of it. We're tested and we're tried. This is the thing. If you're not producing fruit, you're going to have some issues. This is the day where the issues are going to be seen. AI is coming in. It's already here. It's out of control. But I'm of the belief that God, everything's under control, that God's in. Because you know what? It was already finished, remember? This is finished. It's done. So we're but a vapor. We're but a shadow. We're but a shadow of what's to come. I walk in the valley of the shadow of death. I walk in the shadow of death. That means that that's before me. I'm walking in the shadow of it. My goodness gracious. You know who came down to the world of the dead and was resurrected? Christ. Came to the world of the dead. Came to the place of the dead. The abode of the dead. We call it hell. Call it a prison. He preached to the spirits in prison of Noah's day. You can read about that. I think it's in like 2 Peter or something. I'm not Rain Man when it comes to scripture. Wow, we got a lot of people here. This is pretty awesome. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So back from the dead is a thing, right? So once again, here's my website if you want. You should, click on it. Click on it. So this is Val Kilmer. Now here's wild. Take a look at this picture. Oh, poor Val. I like Val a lot. This is the first look, by the way. This is Val Kilmer. He's been resurrected via AI to star. Let me come back over. I'm not sure if you're catching on to what I'm telling you here. I'm not sure if you're picking up what I'm throwing down, because I just did a show about Meta AI and how it has the data of everybody and it's going to be able to resurrect you for social media, for films. And here we are just a couple of weeks later, and Val Kilmer, who played Batman, who, by the way, Val Kilmer, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, passed away on election night. Yeah. And Batman, in the story, because we're talking about Batman, AKA, also known as the Trumpster, right? I'm Batman. Sacrificed himself on election night. And it's interesting because Val Kilmer did. Now this happened exactly, I believe, 50, if I'm correct. Let me see. How long after did this happen? 50 weeks. That's right. Yeah, it was 50 weeks exactly. So there's a picture of him playing a priest. I think that's pretty insane. Okay, this is going to be the first AI actor raised from the dead to star in a film. The AI version of the actor is appearing in the film with the full blessing of his daughter, Mercedes. He's always looked at emerging technologies with optimism as a tool to expand the possibilities of storytelling. This spirit is something that we are all honoring within this specific film, of which he was an integral part. He was the actor I wanted to play this role. And now his data will play the role for him, says writer-director, basically, Kurt Voorhees. Now, don't you find that interesting? Voorhees? I got to tell you something. I pride myself on how I set things up and that I put in a lot of research. I didn't read that article. I already knew where I was going. But, Jason Voorhees was resurrected too. He was back from the dead. He was a beast. He was a monster. He was an antichrist. Okay. What are you getting at, Jacob? Who's being raised from the dead here? Is it the bad guy or is it the good guy? Who's resurrected? In the end, guess who comes back? They all do. Both the goats and both the sheep. In the end, in the battle, in the book of Revelation, I got it here somewhere. Got a Bible there. Where I got a Bible over here. I got another Bible over here. The book of Revelation. I'll open up to it. There's like this great battle where the beast comes up and boop-a-boop-a-bop. But that all takes place within. So, but if it's taking place within and you have, we'll say an Antichrist spirit within you that is ruling within you, that's been resurrected within you and is now ruling where Christ should be and hasn't been yet destroyed with the brightness of Christ coming, I got news for you, Antichrists. Stumble on one of my videos. Poof! That's all it takes. Because what happens? What are we deceived by? We're deceived by lies. And what do lies do? They bind us. So we become slaves to lies. What sets us free? The truth. You find out who the man of sin is. I played the song. You find out this. 6 is the number, right? 666. The 6 fingers on Netanyahu. The 6 fingers on. These are a picture of the giants in the land. All it is stuff. All works together. Coming together. The video that I played, I think I even showed you, there was a shutdown back then. And now we got the same thing going on now. Haunted. Back from the dead. I mean, I don't know. You got to tell me in the live chat if you think that, do you think any of this stuff is normal? Do you think your life is normal right now? I think it's time for us to stop scrolling so much. Spend more time with our families, stuff like that. You know Moses, when everybody said, go to the mountain. God wanted him to go to the mountain. They were like, no, you go, Moses. You do it for us. I think you should go to the mountain now. I think it's time. I think it's time for that Antichrist spirit that's beating you up, telling you you're no good, telling you, oh, what's the point of quitting now? Oh, what's the point of exercising now? Oh, what's the point of being nice now? Oh, what's the point of forgiving now? That's the Antichrist, my friends. Some nonsense. That's the devil that's hiding in between the big influencers of the world, trying to put the enemy outside of you so you're forever a slave. Forever a slave. But I'm here to tell you that the truth of God, Christ, when Christ comes in the brightness of his glory. And what is the glory of God? What does it say in Scripture? Come on. I know a lot of you go to my website and you look these things up and you're like, I want to know what the glory of God is. And then you find essay after essay that describes it. And then you forever understand that it is the glory of God to conceal something. Hide it away. To what shall I liken the kingdom of heaven? It is like a grain that is hidden in the earth, right? It's like a pearl of great price. It's like a treasure hidden in a field that once it is found, you will sell everything just to possess it. You're going to give up your nonsense. You're not going to care about your bills. You got to throw it all away if you want this treasure. And it's hidden. The glory of God, when the glory of God is revealed, guess who comes? Christ comes. How does he come? The word come, erchomai. Christ is manifested. Christ is revealed, not of one place but to another, but being that which is already here, finally embraced. Whew. It's an exciting thing because there are 2 natures that are inside right now that are doing battle. Just like the angel said, and by the way, the angel just means it's a messenger of God. It says, look, there's 2 natures within you at battle. You got 2 in your womb, but the elder will serve the younger. It's time for us to understand what the resurrection is. Resurrection, everybody knows it when it happens. And when it happens, guess who is exposed? The Antichrist. And what happens? The brightness of his coming. There's no need for the lie to remain when the truth stands strong. And then you understand what Jesus said, when I give you power over poison, over the snakes, over the this, over the that, to cast out demons. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what I'm doing. This is what you're hopefully doing. Go around, you share love, you share the truth of God. People say, oh, I'm lost. And you say, no, you're not. And then you cast that demon out, because once the truth is revealed, like once it sets in, it's impossible for you to sin. Because once you know it, you know it. And that's why you got to show it. All right, listen. I hope that you had a good time. This whole thing with Val Kilmer, let me just pull over again so I can just show this to you. It's a little freaky. I mean, it is a little freaky. I think it's kind of cool. I'm happy for his family, because it's got to be, it's got to be devastating. But here's the post that I put out on April 2nd, having to do with AI and mind control. And here you have Batman sacrificing himself on election night. And of course, Val Kilmer passing away on election night. So it's like these things inexplicably kind of just happen. Batman, who rivaled Jim Carrey's Riddler, used AI to mind control humanity. Deja vu. And then here we have him coming back. Casting. He was in this movie in 2015. I think it's pretty amazing. I was a big fan of Val Kilmer back in the day. And here we see even Brad Ayers pointed out earlier that the new Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Guess what it's about? It's about rebirth. All of this, it's about rebirth. It's a pretty cool thing. Pretty cool thing. Hey, you know what? You want to know what's ironic? Is I wrote a poem this morning, and I was going to turn it into like a song, and I believe I did, but I think I'll share it with you all another time. But it's all about rebirth. So if you want, you can go to X, and I hope you do. I hope you swing by X and follow me at Jacob Israel 71, and because I share a lot there. Here, I'll show you. And maybe I'll just read you the poem. How about that? I could do that. So this is me, and let me first get this over here. Un momento, por favor. I wish I had that song for you all. It was so beautiful. Here is the, close that. Here is the poem. Yes, and yeah, I mean, I tried to make the picture cool, and just, it didn't work as great as I thought. But here I actually wrote the song to this, and maybe I'll play a little of it, and maybe if you can hear it. Let's see.
I set my eyes on the prize, and I fly. The worm that churned the earth that was burned is back from grave. Once a prince and then convinced to be a slave. The spider web spin told me I'd never win, twisting my heart and brain. Told me I could not be saved. No matter how well I behave. Never a father in this world to offer a better
All right. Come on now. Time to fly. Yeah. I got to tell you, you know what's wild about all that? What's wild about all that is the fact that I wrote that this morning, not knowing about the spider story, not knowing about being back from the dead, not knowing about all that, but yes, here it is. You know what? Listen, thank you for allowing me to share my little goofy thoughts with you. The little speculation that sometimes comes true. I hope that I've inspired you to go to God and ask for the truth no matter what the cost. I promise you, even if you feel lost, don't worry. Don't be in a hurry. Let God know, because God's already paid the cost, okay? All you got to do is you pray, and that's all you got to do is say, just look, Lord, help me today. That's it. I can't stop rhyming, and I got to take a... I did that on purpose. I'm sorry. All right, listen, I got to go. And someone said that's not tea. It is tea. It's green tea, by the way. Ethan just got home. I got to go downstairs and make dinner. I love each and every one of you. Stop worrying. Know who the enemy is and deal with it up here by allowing Christ to steer. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. I love you all. Bye-bye. That was a fun show. I had a good time. Share it around, will you?